Hello, Hometown Church. Happy Saturday, February the 5th. I'm Louis Camacho. I go to the Lakeville hometown, and I would like to share my devotional with you today as we are ending week 4 of our Daring Faith journey. And this week the theme is Dare to Give God Your Best. And that's really exemplified in our verse this week, which is Ecclesiastes 9, 10 through 11. I'm just going to crank it out here. Whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might. For there is no work or thought or knowledge or wisdom in death to which you are going. And I was thinking when I first read that, wow, I don't really feel all that encouraged. In fact, it's kind of a downer. But that verse isn't really meant to be one that gives you the warm fuzzies. It's meant to be, I think, a warning or a caution to say that you're going to die, and it's going to happen sooner than you think it will. And when you die, that's it. There's no more work to be done. No more achievements to go after, no more goals to go after. It's over. Whatever you did is done. So, while you have the chance here on this earth, do it with all your might. Whatever your hand finds to do, give God your best, and you will not regret it at all, not even the tiniest bit. So when I was 13 years old, that's when I placed my faith in Jesus. And while I did love God, I was scared to give him my best because at the time I was addicted to a lot of things, addicted to video games and food and pornography and all kinds of entertainment. And I would serve the Lord a bit and I would love him a bit, but really the best of myself and the best of my energy and my time and my devotion and my attention would go towards these things that made me happy right now. And I didn't know it at the time, but my life was kind of like one of those heart monitors, where it's flat and there's a little beep, beep, beep. And I would have moments when I was doing the thing that I enjoyed. I was really genuinely happy, but it would be a spike of happiness, and it would be over before I knew it, and I would go back to the state that I was in before. In fact, worse than the state I was in before. I would feel more hopeless, more empty, and more unfulfilled than I was even when I started. And I remember my life being like that all through my teen years. But then something changed. So what changed? How did I snap out of this cycle? Well, God, in his mercy, he miraculously brought people to me, people my age, people I could relate to, that I saw were living lives in the opposite of me. They would also have spikes and flatlining and spikes and flatlining, but whereas mine were spikes of happiness and then it'd be over, they instead would choose discipline and difficulty and things that were hard, and they would have spikes of pain, but then it would go back to their default state, which was fulfilled and joyful and full of hope, which was the opposite of me. And I saw that in them, and I realized, ooh, I want that. And I analyzed the difference between them and me, and I realized they were giving God their best. The best of their time and their money and their devotion, their energy, their career path. I was in college at the time. And that was really the difference, relatively, between them and me. Whereas I was choosing the fleeting pleasures of sin, like it says in Hebrews, they were choosing to give God their best. And so, at 19, I decided to sell all my video games. Pretty much any show that I was regularly watching, I stopped watching. I confessed my sins to first my parents and then to other brothers in the church. And I became more involved in my church than I ever thought I would be, way more than I ever had in my life. And my life was radically different. And I gave up a lot of things, but do I regret any of it? Do I wish I hadn't done that? Do I regret it? Oh, not even the tiniest little bit. Not even the tiniest bit. I would say that those decisions I made when I was 19, those were the second best decision. That was the second best decision I ever made. The first best decision, of course, being at 13 when I placed my faith in Jesus. But the second best decision I ever made was when I finally decided to give God my best. So now again I have this chance today to choose to give God my best. And so do you. You have a choice today to give God your best. And I tell you that if you choose to give God your best, the best of your time, the best of your money, the best of your energy, the best of your devotion, the best of your love, the best of your strength, you will not regret it. Not even the tiniest little bit.